Welcome to our HCG presentation. This is not just a weight loss program, it is a fat loss program. You are about to embark on a medical weight loss program with HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin. We will start you in phase 2, part of the weight loss protocol. And we believe you'll agree and discover this HCG fat loss program to be the very best program anywhere. HCG and our clinic is your key to unlocking your body's potential. We will show you how you are just moments away from weight loss freedom you have always wanted. So get comfortable. This won't take long. So many have stepped through the doors at our HCG clinic and experienced the freedom of attaining their desired weight loss and watched their attitudes soar to new heights. Now, you have the opportunity of benefiting from this incredible program. You will be supervised by a medical professional and a weight loss guidance consultant. So, let's get started. Your weight loss professionals at our HCG clinic believe that it is essential to understand the history and science behind successful weight loss with HCG. Our step-by-step process will teach and guide you through everything you will need to know. Our professional staff is there to assure your success as you become the new you. After this PowerPoint presentation, if any questions come to mind, please write them down on the paper provided, and your HCG consultant will personally answer them for you at the conclusion of this video. Also remember to discuss any health issues with our doctor. First, a little history lesson. It began in Europe over 55 years ago by a British medical doctor practicing in Rome, Italy. Dr. A.T.W. Simmons did over 15 years of research on obesity and a hormone naturally occurring early on in pregnancy. His research took him to a tremendous discovery. Taking HCG, coupled with a very low-calorie diet, helped people lose weight and inches on an average of 1 pound per day. Even more astonishing and amazing were that patients not only lost weight, but they utilized hard-to-access fat deposits, removing the stubborn, abnormal fat for energy. Dr. Simmons watched the body contour in those hard-to-reach areas, restoring a more natural shape in the physique of his patients. After 15 years of repeated success stories and research through his well-tested program, Dr. Simmons opened his first international weight loss clinic. The rich and famous flocked to the center to undergo his celebrated weight loss therapy. Some paid as much as $30,000 for the program, and through his research he discovered science that set the medical community on its head. Dr. Simmons found the way to unlock a primitive little organ inside the brain that regulates many of the mechanisms in the body, the hypothalamus, the master coordinator. Here are some of his amazing discoveries. Overeating is a consequence, not the cause of obesity. The hypothalamus is a responsible organ for the beginning of obesity. Obesity displays physical signs other than overweight, characteristic to the disorder. Now, let's look at this amazing little regulator. It is a master organ and regulator for your entire body. The general function of the hypothalamus is of extreme importance, the size of an almond. It controls hunger, thirst, sleep patterns, and function of your reproduction organs. The hypothalamus is a weight-regulating mechanism. It regulates your metabolism and the rate at which your body would burn or store fat for energy. When the hypothalamus is not working correctly, it can store fat in the size areas of the body, distorting your body's natural contour. Let's go back in time, say 8,000 years ago. Man had seasons when he had a lot of food and seasons when he had little to eat. He ate as he went along in life. We don't see obesity come into civilization until man figured out how to store his food, and particularly the institution of a regular meal. Now let's fast forward to our time. Our seasons are 24/7, never short of food. We supersize everything or glorify all you can eat. Our land we live in today is sugars and carbohydrates. Remember, carbohydrates is sugar no matter how you spell it. What makes the hypothalamus not work? First, one has to remember that less than 100 years ago, people ate much differently than they do today. People ate small amounts of food at one sitting. We were created to be grazers and nibblers, not gorgers like the cat family. The food was never processed and came from the local regions all around. In winter, their bodies prepared to eat stored fat, while in spring and summer, they consumed fresh food grown around them. Their plate was the palm of their hand. It was colorful. In our modern fast food days, we consume food that has a nearly unlimited shelf life. Putting highly processed foods in our body is becoming alarmingly evident that we are clogging our systems with indigestible materials that impair our systems from functioning normally. Here are some serious toxic enemies to your hypothalamus. Yeast, hardly a problem in Dr. Simeon's day, it has grown to be a problem in nearly 80% of modern American population. Fungus, caloric intake, eating as much as 4,000 calories a day. Types of food we eat and beverages we drink. Inflammation in our bodies, stress, and genetic predispositions. This not only can short-circuit our hypothalamus, but can create great problems in the cellular structure of our fat. Let's look at the 3 types of fat according to Dr. Simeon's. Structural fat fills the gaps between various organs. It acts as a buffer, a shock-absorbing or packing material. It protects the coronary arteries and helps our skin look smooth and supple. It provides a springy cushion of hard fat under the bones of the feet. We couldn't walk without this type of fat. This fat is not meant to be a source of energy. However, the body will eat structural fat if you put it into a position to do so. An example would be a starvation diet. The second type of fat is normal reserve of fat. This is stored power, like a battery cell. Your hypothalamus will direct the body to freely draw from this normal reserve as it needs it during the day. Both of the types of fat, structural and reserve, are normal. And even when stocked to capacity, this would never be called obesity. In fact, in most cases, body contour is still visible. Well, what is it then? The problem area lies in our third type of fat. Dr. Simeons calls this abnormal fat reserves. This is the overaccumulation of stored fat that is stubborn and resistant to being used for nutritional energy. It builds itself up at abnormal levels between the size areas of the body, around the belly, thighs, buttocks, under the arms, even the back of the neck, distorting body contour. Like a diabetic whose body cannot metabolize sugar, this type of fat is resistant to normal body function. Typical abnormal fat can only be accessed after all the other fats have been utilized. This is where the combined power of Dr. Simeon's protocol, a short-term, very low-calorie diet, and the amazing power of HCG working with the hypothalamus providing a key that will help unlock the abnormal fat otherwise impossible to get to. This working together will help your body metabolize 2,000 calories of fat that is released into your bloodstream for energy. It will reset or help communicate to the hypothalamus to release fats through your system at an average rate of 2,000 calories per day, which is almost a pound. Understanding how many calories it takes to gain a pound of fat can help you understand how this happens. There are 3,500 calories in a pound of human body fat, enough to survive 2 or 3 days. That means that if you eat an extra 350 calories of food a day, which is about equal to a large piece of cake or medium milkshake, you would gain an extra pound every 10 days. Or you would gain a pound in about 20 days if you eat or drink an extra 175 calories a day. With HCG, your body will believe it is eating 2,500 calories of stored fat, even though you are eating far less than that. It is assimilating the fat from your abnormal fat reserves, about a pound of fat a day, and that is why the hypothalamus tells your body it is not hungry. You lose weight rapidly, regain lost tone, and start feeling better with higher energy and less depression. What will you do with your new outlook on life? We want you to succeed like you have never done before. Here is another vital key to an easy and successful program. It's on the tap and it's on the house. That's right, water. Water is essential. Your body is mostly composed of it, and you need it in order to accelerate the weight loss process. Drink a minimum of 48 to 64 ounces of water each day. This not only flushes those unwanted toxins, but helps mobilize the fat out of the body. Here are some amazing benefits of water. It will help you with your appetite, increase your metabolism, boost your energy levels, prevent dehydration, alleviate some headaches, and release toxic waste that is in your system. Water, water, water. It's the 11th commandment. Begin to make this part of your everyday life. Remember, your body is composed of 70% of water. What about exercise? Well, will this help me lose weight any faster? Yes and no. Yes, it will, but not yet. Your body is adjusting at this stage. Exercise could actually be more of a problem while you adjust to your new caloric intake. Exercising too soon can cause you to be hungry. We have one exception to this rule. If you are in excellent shape at the beginning of the program, then you can continue your routine, although it is better to do a little less cardio for the first 2 weeks. For others, take 2 weeks off from your exercise as you begin this regimen. You may do floor and ball exercise, stretch, walk, swim, or do yoga your first 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you can continue your exercise routine.